the equation ax squared plus bx plus c, we found 3 points, 1, 1, minus 3, and 0, minus 6. What we did with each one was we inputted the y value and the x value into the equation y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. When the x value and y value were subbed in, what remained was a, b, and c. We ended up with 3 equations, like so. Okay? Next thing we're going to do is have to eliminate down these 3 equations and figure out what is the a, b, and c value, okay? Now, right away, cc equals minus 6. I can replace all c's with minus 6's. And then I can move over. Now, what you're going to see here is that basically when you do it correctly, you should have the same 2 letters in both equations, okay? By the second phase, okay? So you're going to have a plus b, the minus 6 goes over the other side, turns to plus 6, so you're going to have a plus b equals 7. On this one here, it comes over the other side and turns into a plus 6, so you're going to have 9a minus 3b equals, what's minus 3 plus 6? 3. Okay? The next thing we're going to know is what you know about the bottom equation. You can divide it by what? Once you divide the bottom equation by 3, what do you get? 3a minus b equals 1. Finally, 4a equals 8, and a will equal 2. Is that right with you guys? Very good. And if a equals 2, what does b equal? 2 plus b equals 7, b equals 5. Reread the question. Does it want you to give the formula, or does it just want you to tell you what a, b, and c are? It asked me to find f of x, so I would not get full marks for that. How do I find f of x then at the end? I have to say f of x equals ax squared, which is 2x squared, plus bx, which is 5x, and finally minus c, which is minus 6. Everybody cool with that? If you had 30 seconds to spare in an exam, what could you do to check your answer? Put it into the table function and see if it draws out the graph that you're given in the initial question, and that will tell you if you're right or wrong. Is that okay? All right, we're going to do question 8. All right, this is essentially the same question, isn't it? All right, so you want me to do 8, yeah? Okay. Y equals a times blank squared plus b times blank plus c. Yeah, just, can you get a lace stamp? Thanks. And this is the y value here, okay? How many times am I going to use this? I'm going to use it 3 times, okay? So once, twice, and number 3 will be down here, okay? So, that worked. Okay, 3 times, all right? So I have this set up ready to go. I'm going to use it 3 times. Now, what's the y value for the first part? Y value is 2, x value? 1. We're going to have a plus b plus c equals 2. Happy days. What about the second one? 4 and 2. We're going to have 4a plus 2b plus c equals 4. We all good? Okay. Next one is the point 3, 8. So it's going to be 8 equals 3 squared, b times 3 plus c. So what do we get here? 9a plus 3b plus equals 8. Okay. Now, I have 3 equations. I'm going to need to use different letters other than a, b, and c. So what letters would you like to use to describe the 3 equations? What about S, T, and U? Okay. All right. What two do you want to use first? You can choose any of them, can't you? Huh? And there is no wrong choice, I believe. So you can use S and minus T. Would that be all right? Oh, why does it do that? Never mind. All right. So let's use S and minus T. So we have A plus B plus C equals 2. That's S. And what would be minus T? Minus 4A minus 2B minus C equals 4. Minus 3A minus B. Keep an eye on me, guys, because you have to double check your work. Minus 2. Multiply both sides by positive. I should get that one there, all right? So that is my first equation that only has 2 letters. And you can see that the letter it's missing is the C. So I need to do the same thing again. What are my 2 possible combinations I can use? T and U or S and U. It doesn't matter which one, does it? All right. I will use U minus S. So here's U minus S now. 9A plus 3B plus C equals 8. I'm going to do minus S. What do we get here? 8A plus 2B equals 6. Divide by 2. 4A plus B equals 3. Somebody have a quick look over what I did there and make sure there's no errors, if you can help it. Just have a good look. Make sure I didn't do anything easy. Now, we could use 2 other letters maybe. I could call this equation X and this one equation Y. I'm inclined to use Y take away X. Is that all right? Equation Y take away equation X. So we have 4A plus B equals 3 minus 3A minus B equals minus 2. And then we get A equals 1. Is that all right with you guys? Now if A equals 1, what does B equal? 4 times 1. 4 plus B equals 3. What does that tell you about B? B is minus 1. And finally, I suppose the easiest one is A plus B plus C equals 2. So let's do that. A plus B plus C equals 2. 1 take away 1 plus C equals 2 implies C equals 2. Reread the question. We have to find f of x. So that won't get me full marks. The only thing that will get me full marks is this. 1x squared minus 1x plus 2. Have we got that far? No. All right. So it's what we did in the last exercise when we come to equalizing identities, okay? So what you do is you need to get them a common denominator. So the x plus 2 and the x minus 2. See the red section where I put an extra x plus 2 on the top and the bottom? That's to give it the same denominator, and an extra x minus 2 top and bottom on the b side to give it the same denominator. I then multiplied them out, and I grouped them according to what they have, whether they have an x or whether they're without an x. I then highlighted in blue the parts that have an x, so this implies that a plus b equals 0. Then I highlighted the parts in yellow that have to equal on both sides as well. It doesn't affect anything. Having 0 Lamborghinis is the same thing as having 0 apples. You have nothing, so it doesn't affect it. Okay, so therefore we have a simultaneous equation. Implies 2a equals 2 and implies a equals 1. And if a equals 1, b will have to equal minus 1. How does this question differ from the questions you did previously? Is there anything else in the question that tells us that we have to do a bit extra? If you read the question really carefully, verify your answers using the original equation. So you want to change that to a 1. You want to change that to a minus 1. And then do what you would have done in second year maths. Go through the procedure again and make sure that equals the right hand side. Is that okay? Yes, sir. Finish this once and for all. Alright, so what you're going to do here, guys, is you're going to do 1 over x minus 2, and then it's a minus 1 over x plus 2. That minus, if you want, you can just hang it up here with the numerator. That's what I always do. Now, given x plus 2 top and bottom, like you did earlier, given x minus 2 top and bottom, like you did earlier, and lo and behold, you should get x plus 2 on top, minus x, minus 2 is plus 2, all over your denominator, and your answer will be 4, so you have verified your answer. So that proved to be pretty handy in the end. Is that all right? All right, question from yesterday, 2 curveballs. You can see I worked it out last night because it looked like a curveball. All right, so here's what you need to do with this one. You have X liters of 70% alcohol, and you can do it 2 ways. You can probably do simultaneous. I think I used a linear equation last night, but we might be able to do X liters of 70% alcohol. Okay, we know there's 50 liters of 40% alcohol. Right, now what we're first going to take is the simplification approach, right? Now here's what the simplification approach is, okay? Imagine I had 10 liters of 70% alcohol. How much liters would I have in total of the mixture? I'd have 60 liters because I add the 10 plus the 50 together. Would that make sense? All right, so here's what needs to happen, okay? So we're going to do an equation for the amount of alcohol. Do you understand what I mean by the amount of alcohol? If you have 50 liters at 40%, how much alcohol do you have? You have 20 liters of alcohol. Does everybody agree with that? So 20 liters of alcohol would be 50 times 0.4. Okay? If I had 10 liters of 70% alcohol, how much alcohol would I have? 7 liters. However, I can say it's going to be, instead of 10 liters, I'm going to use X liters. Does that make sense? So what do I need to multiply X by? 0.7. Agreed. Equals. We agreed earlier that if I said I had 10 liters of 70% and 50 liters of 40%, how many liters do I have in total? But instead of that, I'm going to use X plus 50. Is that all right? Because I don't know how many litres of the 10%, 70% alcohol I have. Is that all right? Next thing after that is, what does it say the alcohol content of the solution has to be at the end? So that's going to be multiplied by 0.5. Is that all right? So what happens when you multiply all this out? X plus your 20 litres equals how many litres you have multiplied by 50%, because that's how much of it is actually alcohol. So it's going to be 0.5x plus 200, plus 25. Bring it over to your side, 0.7x take away 0.5x, and 25 take away 20, 5. Okay. Now, 5 divided by 0.2, 25 litres. Okay. Now, guys, how would you verify your answer? Anybody can tell me how to verify my answer? All right, here's what we're going to do. 25 litres, yeah? How much alcohol would be in there? 25 multiplied by 0.7. What is 25 multiplied by 0.7? I think it's 17.5. Are we okay with that? All right. 50 litres of 40% alcohol. We already know that, don't we? How much is it in total? 20 litres. Okay with that? Equals. If I use 25 litres of the 70% stuff, combine it with 50 litres of the 40% stuff, how many litres did I use in total? I used 75 litres. Out of that 75 litres, how much of it is supposed to be alcohol by the end of the question? And what's that then? 75 times 0.5? 37.5. Does the equation balance? So therefore I know I did a perfect question. Okay? Now, 1 to 17. 17 is too easy for you. 19. Have a think about 19 and see how it goes. So, all right. So if you concentrate on the dark red or the pink, the darker section of the two, they both the same amount of area, okay? So what I'm going to do, actually wait a second, that's not what I'm going to do. So there's one section, and here is the other section here. Just draw them separately, it might help you picture them that little bit better. And then we go down. All right. So what we agreed is that we call the length 2y because it's a y plus another y. Everybody cool with that? That'll make this system 2y, x, and that one 2y. What is the perimeter of the first section? Add all the sides together. You get 2x plus 4y equals 60. Is that all right? For the second one, it's y across, and it's going to be an x and another x, which is 2x, okay? So what can we say about the next one? 4x plus 2y equals 42. Looks, I think it's going to be pretty handy from here now, okay? So we call this equation A and call that one equation B. And what we might consider doing is we could do A minus 2b, maybe. Yeah, A minus 2b for me. So 2x plus 4y equals 60. Minus 2b would be minus 8x minus 4y equals minus 84. Minus 6x equals minus 24. X will equal 4. Is that all right with you guys? And if x equals 4, what does y have to equal? Two times 4 is 8. 8 plus 4y equals 60. 4y equals 52. This will make y equal to 13. Anybody else get that? Right. We're good. The difference between 23 and the other ones you're doing is that 23 you have to make the equation, okay? So look at this, guys. Let x be the amount of €3 popcorn bags you sold. Let y be the amount of €5 popcorn bags you sold. And let z be the amount of large bags you sold. How many bags did we sell in total? So what can we say about the first equation? X plus y plus z equals 15. Okay. Anybody know how to make the second equation from the description? Oh, sorry, just one sec. Earning a total of 77 is what I'm looking at. So, how much money did you get for the cheap popcorn bags? 3 multiplied by the number of bags you sold, plus €5 times the amount of medium bags you sold, plus what? 7 times the number of large bags you sold should get you €77. Okay? What about the third section? If they sold 2 more medium bags than small bags, how many bags of each did they sell? What represents the medium bags again? The number of medium bags take away the number of small bags equals what? 2. So to do this equation, I'll eliminate the z, and then I'll get an xy equation. And there's my second xy equation. And it should be clean sailing, shouldn't it? Okay. Yeah, go on, you'll do 24 as well.